Toby's ready for summer. So is everyone else. So now let's go ahead and talk about the Bestway pool. It's about 14 by 8 by 2 inches. This is going to be a great thing that everything's included. The pump, the actual ladder, and it's easy to set up. Within 30 minutes you'll start filling it up. So we're going to go ahead and set this up and see what you get when you get something like this. But my recommendation prior to setting something like this, you want to make sure you have the clearance to walk around and also maintain the actual pool. I set up a ground cloth here prior to setting up the pool. Gives you a better idea where I want to align the pool. And also, if you don't have a brick and you have actual ground, there's instructions here how to set that up and how to maintain your pool. Now, prior to setting this up, you also have to keep in mind on safety. If you have children, they're not going to be able to touch the ground or just about touching the ground. Parental guidance to make sure that the kids are safe and playing and enjoying the pool for many years. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what you get when you get something like this. All right, let's go ahead and review a couple of things that are in the box itself. You get the tubing itself. You get a floater so you could actually clean the pool, put some chlorine tabs in there, the lining for the pool, some actual caps for the pool, the filter, and the actual parts of the actual pump itself. Now, you get the pump itself here. Now, this is really awesome little pump that they have in here. Now, Bestway also includes an actual filter in here, but you could replace it later down the line by going to Bestway and getting some more directly from them. That's another way you can do it. Now, this pump itself, it's waterproof for outdoors. It has a reset button. There's a fuse in here in case there's a search that happens overnight or something happens, that you can actually reset it and has that extra protection. There's a light telling you the indication that's on here, and it's set up to the actual pump itself too. So you could actually set up the hours and have this set up to automatically turn on during the day or during the night when it's not being used. Either way, including that, every single pole that you get in here has the actual, they're all labeled, and the instructions will tell you exactly how to set this up. It's all within one box, everything including the pump. And not only that, they give you the actual ladder here. We're gonna fill it up, but before we fill it up, I don't want to make sure that I don't pass the water line. So we want to make sure you put these caps on first, all right, prior to setting up your pump too. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. You guys can see that. We're gonna set up another one here. We got B and B, and then A. We're gonna cap it up too. So let's go ahead and cap these out, and they give you 3 exact. So 3 caps, almost full We're looking really good on the pool itself. And if you guys can see, if you worry about these things get a little loose, they're actually going to tighten up as soon as the water fills up some more. So that's to retain the water a little bit more. The great thing about it is they have this drain here, and it does come with an actual water hose extension that it's an adapter that you set up in here. So when you want to drain it out and you want to send the water somewhere else, you could control the water flow. Every corner has a line, if you guys notice. So that line, the red line, is the indication where we have to hit the mark. All right, the reason I have the caps is because we're gonna actually set up the filters right now, and I just want to make sure that it's fully over the actual caps, because you need water in order for the filters to start working in the pump. All right, so necessary. Like the actual pump and the filters that we're gonna do. Right, so first of all, if you guys notice, there's a B section in here, and if you go down here, there's an A section in here. So on the actual pool, there's B, and A. So these two B's are gonna be sucking in all the water in, and it's gonna send the filter water back out through A. So we're gonna set this. It's very simple to set up. Like I said, B is on one side here and A is on this side. So all right, so we got our T-split here, pretty much simple to set up. So these two are B, and this is going to be going back to the actual filter system. So two of them are coming from B, going to the actual pump, and then we're going to go ahead and set those up. But prior to setting up, they give you everything you need, especially some of these are actually good to tie down the actual pump. So we're going to go ahead and do that, take them all apart and show you guys how to set it up. There we go. Twist it if you have to. Once you get it in there, you want to lock it in right above the actual area here where you're gonna have to lock it in. And these are fragile, so don't screw them in too tight. All right, you just want to make sure it seals it and it's past the actual oval ring. All right, so all right, let's go ahead and review. So we got B, we tied it down. B goes to the T, and then the other B goes to the T again. So I put the longer hose on this side because it's the longest connection that we have. So I put one of the longest hose here, and then the short hose here because the filter is actually, the pump is really close to this filter here, this area here. So sucking in water from these two, going into the first section, which is B section, and then it's going to pump out the water, the clean water, back out to A. These are B. They have actually larger filters, and this is going to actually go to A. This is actually going to push out water out. So I'm capping one. The water's going in. One, two, number two. Leaks, so we're gonna have to take this apart, but before we do that, we're gonna cap it out. We're gonna lose a little bit of water and see where the leak is at. So we might not have to tighten this up. That's why it's necessary not to turn anything on, to test it out, make sure the water is not leaking. It's a minor leak. It's probably just a seal that we have to readjust, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and do that. Simple. The seal was the O-ring was actually loose, so all you got to do is make sure you put it in there properly, and if you guys can see it, and then we're going to set it up in here. It was actually in between here, but we're going to go ahead and set up in this way, and it's going to seal everything through. So let's go ahead and do that. It was simple. The O-ring, you could just put it down here. It's going to cap everything out, and then it's like you put in the layer number one, which is the cap first, and make sure it settles first in there, and it's not going to move in the air. And you can notice now it shouldn't lose, water shouldn't actually leak now. So we're going to go ahead and tie it up. Pump, and you can see the water flowing now. It's really quiet. I couldn't even hear it. You have to actually touch it to hear it, and I hear it humming, but it's really quiet. So it is sucking all the water in here, and I noticed that now. I see that water's going in, but if you notice the water coloring here on the shade, you can see that the pump is actually working. It's pushing the water out. Yep, I feel it here. So it's pushing the water. I can feel it. Hopefully the debris is gonna suck in as much as it can, and we're gonna let it run. So the pump is already set up for 10 hours. It's gonna run, it's gonna turn off after 10 hours, and it's gonna start at the same time 24 hours after start. So this is the setup for the Bestway pool. If you're gonna buy something like this, my suggestion, make sure maybe buy 2 of these. You know, one's included already, add another one. Keep the water nice and clean. Recommendation, brush it daily or every other day if you can. Get a net. Buy yourself a net from Bestway too. They have these nets, nice little nets. Scoop everything up every morning. You don't have to really maintenance too much. And if you have a cover, that's also, we're going to include that. You go to Bestway and get it from there too. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope this summer brings you a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment, and this pool is going to remain with the family for many years to come. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Enjoying the pool. Are you guys enjoying the pool? Look how relaxed she looks. Thank you.